I can always tell when it's planting season because the deer flies come out, and man, they are nasty this year. I was out here for probably 5 minutes just looking at the garden soil to check the moisture content, and I got bit twice. So I have long sleeves on and it's 85 degrees, so that's always fun. But yeah, we have not even been able to get our potatoes in because it has been nothing but rain all spring. And we finally had a couple days without rain, and it's still kind of muddy out here, so not going to plant yet. But we really need to get everything in soon because my seedlings have really had it. They really need to be planted. But hopefully, it looks like we've got a little bit of a dry spell coming. This should dry up a little more, and then hopefully in a couple days we'll be able to get the plow out here and get those potatoes in and then start planting everything. It's just always a race to beat the rain this time of year. Since we didn't have a lot going on here while we were waiting for the garden to be ready to plant in, we took another little camping trip for just a few days to Cooper's Rock State Forest. Had a pretty good time there, mostly just relaxed and rode my bike on some mountain biking trails, and I think we all just really enjoyed a short little getaway. But yeah, it is go time now, and just sitting around twiddling my thumbs, waiting to be able to plant. A few weeks ago, Glenn was finally able to catch a weather window to get out here and do a first tilling. However, we were really hoping that we would be able to get a second tilling in, but I don't think we're gonna have the time or the weather window for that. And most years, one is about all we get anyway, and at least part of the garden stays wetter than the rest of the garden. Usually it just is too muddy to get the tractor in here, but it is what it is. I'll just be glad to get everything in the ground, and I'm sure as usual it will be a race to the finish. It'll probably have like a couple days that I have to do the entire garden because that's the way it usually works. Since we've been letting the chickens out on the other side of the fence so they have access to the garden, we attempted to let Whitey roam on this other side where the chickens usually are by himself so he don't get himself in trouble. But we ended up having to log Whitey back down because he ended up somehow getting over to the other side of the fence and in the process injuring his toe. He was bleeding and all that, and then he went over and started to pick a fight with the alpha rooster, Nonami. And Whitey is a good bit bigger than Nonami, and he was totally dominating Nonami. In fact, you could tell Nonami was losing the fights because he was just walking away eventually. So poor guy, he got a little butthurt over it, but Whitey is back in lockdown. And it's just really unfortunate because he had his whole yard he could roam free, but no, he just wants to go fight and do the other things that roosters do. Really hoping that he'll calm down some and not be so aggressive because our other roosters are not at all aggressive. And he's not aggressive with people, he's just timid with people, but he's young and he wants to pick fights. We're hoping with enough time maybe he'll chill out some. We'll see. Whitey, what do you have to say for yourself? We're all disappointed in you. Whitey, do you want to be in there all by yourself? And now you have a boo-boo toe. Was it worth it, huh? Recently, we found Rockstar running around with fishing line wrapped around his foot pretty darn tight. Luckily, we saw it because he definitely could have lost his foot if we hadn't have gotten that off. So, yeah, for the chicken's safety, it's time to take this down. And to be honest, and I've said this before, I do think, Skynet, our fishing line, has helped. Hasn't completely prevented hawks from getting in here. We've seen a hawk on the ground underneath it before, in fact, but I think it helps. I think the biggest thing that actually was the most effective was getting Kaja. We haven't had any hawk attacks since we've gotten her. I think it's safe to take the fishing line down at this point anyway. We put this fishing line up after we lost little Cricket. Cricket was the most friendly little bitty chicken. She was actually a pullet. But she was the cutest, sweetest little thing. She loved to be around people. She just had so much personality. And in fact, I would say that she's probably the first hen that we ever had that much personality. Usually it's the roosters that have all the personality. But we loved Cricket so much. And yeah, we lost her. And that was when we decided to put this up to try to deter the hawks. It wasn't too long after that we ended up losing Uni. And if any of you have been following the channel, you know how much I loved Uni. But yeah, it's almost kind of weird taking it down. A lot of memories about all that stuff. Don't step on it. Yeah, you'll get all caught up in it. Be careful. Oh, you're gonna get it. Be careful. Just wait. I'll get it down safe so you can get out, okay? My seedlings look super terrible this year, and I'm not even entirely sure why. Now, they did have some neglect this year because of Quinn being in the hospital and all that, but I really thought they would bounce back once I up-potted them, especially the tomatoes. They're just really struggling to survive, it seems like. It's kind of strange. I don't know what's going on there. But I'm hoping once I get them in the ground that they'll do much better, but I don't know. It's a rough start for these guys this year.
Say my name, kiss my name, believe no more. It's like we're right here, then I realize how can I have you when we're worlds apart? Say my name, we're not here, can only go so far. I don't mind, but the moment I
Well, I think that is going to call it a day. Put these chickens up, get the eggs, and it looks like definitely going to be able to start planting in a couple days. So I'm going to enjoy just a smidge of downtime before all the craziness begins. And I was thinking more about Whitey this evening, and since he had that little bit of an injury to his foot, I think I'm going to get him out of the coop tomorrow and put some blue coat on his foot just to be extra sure, because, you know, don't want flies or something, you know, getting on him or all that mess. It's better to be safe and precautious. All ready for bed, guys? Hey, Nonami. Did you get your feelings hurt today? Oh, buddy. Whitey's back in his coop. You'll feel better tomorrow. Hey, Rockstar. You didn't get beat up this time? Oh, good, buddy. Ladies, why are we laying eggs on the floor? You have egg incontinence? At least it doesn't look like Nonami got hurt at all, or Rockstar. Because last time, well, how Whitey got put in his own coop was that he had beaten Rockstar up so bad that Rockstar wouldn't even go in the coop to sleep. He would just sleep on the doorstep of the coop. It was really sad, but it didn't look like he messed with Rockstar this time at all. I think it was just Whitey and Nonami fighting this time. And Nonami was definitely losing, but he'll get over it. But they do get their feelings hurt. They don't like to be dethroned. All right, Kaja. You ready? Oh, I forgot my eggs. I might need those.